service robots being a part of our lives is no longer a thing of science fiction. In fact, thousands of robots have already been implemented by service providers in various settings. This can include retail, healthcare, hospitality, and even elderly care. In fact, these robots are capable of assisting employees in their daily jobs, but also replacing them. Now, while this is incredibly exciting, it does beg the question, just because we can, does it mean we should? Now, when we research robots, we tend to focus on understanding our direct interactions with them, one-on-one. But I think we can all agree that the human experience is a lot more rich, diverse, and nuanced than just understanding discrete moments of interactions we may share with the technology. Therefore, in light of the exciting developments in the robotics industry, it's important to understand how service robots impact us as a whole person. With this perspective in mind, we introduce the Robotic-Human Service Trilemma. Now, this trilemma focuses on understanding the well-being challenges that exist between the actors within the human service triad. This includes the customer, the frontline employee, and the managerial employee. These are the three key actors that are often found in frontline service environments, such as restaurants, retail, and healthcare. Now, by viewing the introduction of service robots through a well-being lens, we begin to understand how robots impact us as a whole person, not just how we feel when we're using them. Within the trilemma, we found that three challenges occur between the customer, frontline employee, and managerial employee. When we looked at the relationship between the customer and the frontline employee, what we found was the intrusion challenge. Now, the intrusion challenge really focuses on that social well-being because the service robot almost intrudes upon the moment for human connection between the customer and the frontline employee. Now, this moment for human connection turns out to be quite important for the frontline employee, as they often go into these careers because they really enjoy connecting with the customer. So when you take these moments away for them to connect, it detriments the well-being of the frontline employee in particular. And now we have the sideline challenge, which occurs between the frontline employee and the managerial employee. Now here, frontline employees can feel sidelined. They can feel pushed to the side as this new employee, the robot, comes in to perform some of their job and often at a lower cost. Now, while the managerial employee tends to focus on understanding the cost benefit of integrating service robots into the workplace, for the frontline employee, they often have to buffer organizational shifts and understanding what the robot means for their job. More so, if they typically work in hospitality settings like restaurants, the service robot can implicate the number of tips they actually receive, so it impacts their financial well-being. And finally, we have the indifference challenge, and this occurs between the customer and the managerial employee. Here, the customer perceives a reduced level of human interaction in their service experience, and as a result, their interactions with the managerial employee are reduced to at arm's length, transactional in nature. Now, we have to remember, customers are smart. They do understand that service robots can reduce costs for an organization, and as a result, it affects how they relate to the service provider. We developed the Robotic-Human Service Trilemma by reviewing the body of service robotic literature. By synthesizing the current state of play of the robotic literature, we provide a framework that can inspire and propel exciting future research. This is also a valuable tool for service providers when they are ready to understand and realize their own robotic future.